Welcome to the live stream, everybody. What's up, everyone? Just doing some guitar playing, going to be answering some questions, just having an overall chill live stream. Wow, that was some cool stuff that was going on there. Everyone, welcome to the live stream. We're just going to be jamming, answering questions, having a chill live stream. I got my Kiesel Retro Solo out today, and I usually use this guitar for recording, and basically I'm not using it for recording. I'm doing a live stream now with it because it's just an awesome guitar, and I always like playing it. So yeah, it's actually one of my favorite guitars. It needs to get played more, but I always use this for studio recording, so that's basically mainly where I use this guitar, studio recordings. But I'm transitioning this guitar into my videos again. Finally, I'm caught you live. Hey, I'm glad you joined this live stream today, man. Glad to have you. That's a cool sound right there. That's G Lydian mode right there. Wait. Love the sound of Lydian. Who's with me on that one? Because it's not like the best sounding mode. Lydian mode. You always get some really beautiful tones out of this because you only really need a couple chords to create the sound. What pick size are you using? I always use the same exact guitar pick. Have been using these guitar picks for at least 10 years. And this is what we got right here. Dunlop Altex Sharp. Yeah, Dunlop Altex Sharp 1.0. Love the 1.0. Love the 1.0s. Very great picks. They have a little bit of a bend, just enough to create that sort of nice picking sound. Amen, brother, on Lydian. Oh, yeah. Lydian mode is so awesome, man. Another mode I really like a lot is actually Mixolydian as well. I used to not use this mode as much as I do now. And also I like Dorian a lot too. And with that being said, the sound of Mixolydian is just so good. You get that super... I don't know why I keep doing that. Super nice, what is that, F sharp Phrygian dominant? Love it. When is the album coming out? Man, I'm working on it. Hopefully mid this year, maybe late this year. Hopefully. We're working on it. And if not an album, it'll definitely be some, original music as far as like singles being released. Count on that. But thank you for asking, because that's a great question. Solo guitar monster Yngwie Malmsteen, Alcatraz Live, Tokyo, Japan. Solo. Guitar ending, Kri Nakuri solo. And solo JS Bach Live, Yngwie Malmsteen. That's a great performance, man. I've watched that performance on so many different occasions. Watch that performance on so many different occasions. It's so crazy how clean and fast his picking was, just like blazing through these kind of... Are we back? Are we back? I lost connection for a second. Can someone comment if this is working? Please let me know. Because it looks like it's working, but I'm not sure if it is. You're good now? Cool. Thank you. When you are doing runs, are you doing combos of legato and hybrid picking? I think I am doing that. Yeah, I think I do alternate picking, and I think actually I do economy picking as well in combination with hybrid picking. It's actually a really cool technique I've discovered. And well, I didn't actually discover it really. I just started doing it, and then I looked at my right hand one day and I was like, wait, it's almost like my hybrid picking is developing a mind of its own, because I don't even know what the heck it's doing anymore. Because, oh, what's going on here? I'm just like... I literally have no idea like how that works, but if I had to take a guess, I would say that it's taking the place of an upstroke. This middle finger on my right hand is gonna take the place of an upstroke a lot of times. So it's actually a really beneficial technique that I use, because I don't know, I just feel like really relaxed when doing it, and you can do that with ascending alternate picking as well. I don't know how good I am at that unless I'm like really warmed up or whatever, but yeah, that's another observation I made. I was like, whoa, instead of alternate picking, I just found myself doing what's it called? Ascending alternate with upstrokes for the next string as being a hybrid pick. There we go. It only happens, the ascending part, when I'm playing really fast and like in the zone. I don't know why, but that's when it happens. It's when I'm talking about the ascending part. I could do the descending part without even thinking. Use Fender Strats, please. Why? I got my Kiesel Retro Solo right here, man. It's actually playing really nice. Honestly, a little easier to play than my Strat right now because my Strat has my Kiesel one has a little bit of fight in it, which I do like. But this one's, I don't know why, this one has like no fight in it. Some guitars turn out differently, and there's benefits to both. So I really like this guitar though. And last live stream I was using the Kiesel Delos, so you could just watch that. That's my favorite guitar. That Kiesel Delos has some insane flame on it. There's some insane flame on this, but for some reason can't see it in this lighting. But with that being said, I really like this guitar. I'm playing really neoclassical on this guitar right now too. It's kind of interesting. What size strings? So he said, what size strings? I'm using 8 through 38. Awesome. Now I got to ask, what string gauge are you using? Thank you for shredding and answering. Hey, no problem. I'm using 8 through 38, like I said before. I've always used 8 through 38 for quite a long time. I've been using this gauge. I don't know why I'm playing so neoclassical today. I am totally in the mood for neoclassical, apparently. Just what's happening right now. Someone said, what scale length? What would that be? What's a Fender scale length, or these kind of guitar scale lengths? These kind of guitar scale lengths are basically usually the same, like Telly style, Strat style. So whatever that is, it's probably that, I believe. I don't think this is anything different to what I would normally play. So whatever I usually use is what it is. I really don't know. It's not Gibson style. It's not Gibson style scale length, but Strat or Telly style scale length. So just the Strat and Telly style scale length and the standard stuff. That's a really hard stretch right there. Maybe try it up here. Okay, besides Malmsteen, okay, he said, besides Malmsteen, other influences, I think he means. But yeah, other influences, that's a good question, man. I think Paul Gilbert was a big inspiration. Vinnie Moore, Buckethead was at one point. Jimi Hendrix, B.B. King. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eric Johnson, Who else was I inspired by? Let's think. Randy Rhoads, I don't know how I forgot that. Eddie Van Halen. Randy Rhoads, Eddie Van Halen, that's for sure a huge inspiration on me. And who else? I'm trying to think. Zakk Wylde too. I like Zakk Wylde's playing. Love that sort of sound he does. So yeah, Zakk Wylde, I'm not going to keep trying to play like him. I don't know why. I could probably do that kind of pentatonic style stuff though. Does a lot of that stuff. Lynch, Betancourt, they're not actually inspirations to me because I haven't really listened to them enough, to be honest. I probably should. It's not by the reason of me not liking them. It's just I really haven't listened to them. What about the modern players like Jason Richardson, Tosin, Plenty? What do you think about them? Great guitar players. Seriously, great. There's a lot of great modern guitar players out there. Rick Graham, for example. Rick Graham is really good. Also another modern guitar player is Al Joseph. Very good guitar player. If you guys don't know who Al Joseph is, check him out. Very good. Rick Graham is a machine. Dude, Rick Graham is so clean. Very talented guitar player, man. So good at classical, too. That's what's impressive, that he's so good at classical and electric. Super awesome, man. How about we get some backing tracks for the next live stream, or within the next couple of live streams? I want to get something set up where I can just jam over it too, so I can do some live improv that way too. I feel like that'd be super cool. I've been planning on doing that. I just haven't gotten around to making any backing tracks for the stream, but I'm gonna make some backing tracks for the streams, and we're gonna jam out on those for the next live stream, I think, or somewhat soon. Do you use wah? Not anymore. I used to be a big wah guy, but to be honest, it's just not my sound. I like more of a pure sound, something that doesn't really have that sort of, I don't know, like it makes your tone a little thinner sounding to me. And I like the fullness of my sound how it is, so I'm not a big wah guy, but you know, it has its time and place and it sounds great. It's just not my thing. But I used to use them a lot. G minor pentatonic? Let's do it. That was hard to get that bend. Top notch, I'm subbing. Hey, shout out to you, man. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Also, another person said I'll sub. Hey, shout out to you, man. Shout out to both of you. I appreciate that. Means a lot to me. You're amazing. You're amazing, bro. How long have you been playing guitar? I don't. How long have you been playing guitar? Don't mind my English is bad. Hey, your English sounds great, man. Don't worry about it. I've been playing guitar since August of 2008, so this August will be 16 years of total practice time, because I don't consider the time before then when I did play, where I didn't really practice. I just sort of, just picked up the guitar, learned some chords, learned chords like that, and really didn't take it all that serious. So I don't consider those years really me practicing or playing. But ever since August of 2008, I've given the guitar my all. I've been trying to hit this one for a long time. I could use the motivation. I'm not sure I understand the comment. Oh, he said, "Can you play Steve Vai's Eugene's? Can you play Steve Vai's Eugene's trick bag?" He said back, but it's bag. I've been trying to hit this one for a long time. I could use the motivation. I don't know how to play it very well, to be truthfully honest, but I do have a video of me playing it somewhere, and maybe I'll post it at some point. But yeah, I'm not great at it. But I could play something in the style that would probably satisfy you, maybe. Someone said, would you say all guitarists are self-taught? Oh my gosh. Would you say all guitarists are self-taught? No, a lot of guitar players take lessons. A lot of guitar players take lessons from me. So definitely no. Can you make a video with the tabs from the short video called Alternate Picking Practice? It's fantastic. So can you make a video with the tabs from the short video called Alternate Picking Practice? It's fantastic. Is it this one? I'm literally trying to think, and I think it's this. Or is it this one? I really don't I don't remember it. Sorry. He said yes, that's it. That's it. I may as well make a short little video with tabs with that, because that was a good one. I have to work on that. I don't really remember. Wait. I really don't remember it too well. Have you done music theory? I know music theory quite well, I would say. I do strongly recommend to get into that, as far as, improving your skills on the guitar, because if you don't know music theory, you're kind of limiting your approach in scales, arpeggios, chords, just overall knowledge of the fretboard. It's a huge benefit to know music theory, in my opinion. Someone just joined and they said, hello. Hey, hello to you. Thank you for joining the live stream. Someone said, sick Telecaster. He wants to know if it's American. This is a Kiesel Retro Solo custom shop. Look at that flame. Absolutely beautiful flame. So what are you using, a VST amp or an amp? I'm using a plug-in from Polychrome DSP, the McRockland Suite. Very good sound. That was really nice how I could get these bends on this guitar. That's what it's all about for eights. Seriously, you can get those bends perfectly. Sounds good. You should get sponsored by them. Get that bread. I'm actually already endorsed by Kiesel Guitars. I've been an artist for Kiesel Guitars since 2021. Shout out to Kiesel Guitars, man, for being so great to me. Seriously. Shout out to them. They're really great to me. Congrats. Congrats. Thank you so much. Thank you. Do they customize it to your specs? Absolutely. Every guitar they sent me, I spec'd out, except for the first one. The first one they sent me, it was already spec'd out, and it was a guitar that was supposed to be one I sent back. And this was a guitar that was a guitar for me to play to see if I wanted to sign on with Kiesel. And I basically say, yo, I got to keep this one because I really like this one, and let me spec one out too. And they did it, and it's basically history now. I've been with them for almost 3 years. They treat me so good. Great company. The only guitar you can do everything on, probably this guitar. You could probably do just about everything on. It's probably slightly more versatile than a Strat, I would say. Slightly more versatile. This is a little bit better for like metal, I think, in my opinion, but maybe my opinion will change soon. Who knows? Either way, only guitar I need is a Strat and a Tele style guitar. So he said, do a D minor sweep arpeggio. Just one, man? Come on. How about like 5? All jokes aside, there you go. I've recorded some great metal on a Tele. I believe it, man. Teles are great for metal. Your technique is perfect. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I try. I love to see you shred for the next 10 minutes. We'll try it. Let me try it. Someone said Lydian improv. Lydian is like the coolest mode because it has that super. Hey there, Strat. How's your night going? It's going good, man. Thank you. How's your night going? Just jamming out on a guitar, yeah? You know? You always have a good night when you have a guitar in your hand. Any Reb Beach licks? Who's Reb Beach again? I'm sorry, I know the name, but what band was he in? I can't remember. He was in He was in some band from the 80s. But no, I don't know any, sorry. But who is he? Okay, he was in Winger. Okay. Red Beach is the amazing guitarist from the band Winger. I love his tapping stuff. He's who I look up to. Oh, cool, cool, cool. You know, I should know more about him. He sounds like a great player. I'm good, man. Thanks for asking. Yep, I hear you. It's always a great night jamming on a guitar. Can't go wrong. Haha. That's right. Definitely. He's a really cool person to talk to. I'm 16 and I met him at a show in November. If you haven't really looked into his playing, you definitely should. Hey, I'll do that. I'll do that. It sounds like he's a really good guitar player, according to all you guys. So I've heard the name. I'll check him out after this live stream. Your picking is incredibly... Thank you. Eric Johnson inspired. Eric Johnson inspired. Nice. Thank you. Your style, your playing style is good. Thank you. Any finger exercise warm up before shred your guitar? You know, I don't really have anything specific. I'll just typically run through maybe some like modes or something. Maybe I'll take like, I don't know, let's try F major today. Since we're always in G major, I'll just maybe do something like this. Then once I start feeling quite warmed up, I start testing my ability to, you know, play more faster things, I guess, and test how clean they'll be. So what I'll do is just typically run through some more scales. So maybe I'm in, you know, Ionian, then I'll maybe go to Dorian. And if I feel quite comfortable with that, then maybe I'll go to, I don't know, Phrygian. And I just typically don't wait anymore to go through any more of the scales, and I'll just go through all of them. I'll just straight up go. All the modes in F major, and then by the time I get up to, you know, the octave of F major, I'm pretty warmed up. So that's what I would do. Then I'll probably start getting into maybe some arpeggios. So let's try F major arpeggios. F major triads on 5 and 6 strings. And then I just start going through all the modes of the major scale as far as the arpeggio shapes go. I'll just do something like this maybe even. And a lot of times I'm shredding pentatonic stuff too if I'm getting warmed up. Because the pentatonic scale is always good to shred with. Can't go wrong with the pentatonic scale. Do you ever play songs or progressions? I follow you for years and I don't think I've ever seen anything other than scale runs. Oh yeah, I play songs. I mostly write them though, but I don't really do many covers. But yeah, I usually am playing my own music when I play my music. So yeah. You'll be hearing some original music from me soon too. So appreciate your support. Favorite key to shred / improv in? I think I like E minor a lot. That's like my favorite go-to key just for like overall confidence on the instrument. I feel very confident in anything G major or E minor. But with that being said, I'm pretty confident in overall all realms of keys and all that stuff. So I'm quite confident with the fretboard, but I really like the sound of E major as well. When I mean keys that play in, I'm kind of referring to the modes of these keys. So when I go say E major, I'm meaning all these modes, like so stuff like that. And there's actually a really good one, A Lydian, in this circumstance. Such an awesome mode. A Lydian is one of my favorite keys. And I'm not trying to get off track here, but I'm going to think of a couple more keys. So A Lydian, I like C Lydian. Actually, I like really any Lydian. G Lydian's cool. I think we were talking about G Lydian maybe earlier in the stream. You know, I like all modes. I really don't have a preference. But with that being said, I am more confident probably in certain keys more than others. But with that being said, I could play in any key because I have the muscle memory to do so. So if I just picked a random key, like here's a key that I don't play as much in. I wouldn't say I'm not confident in it, but let's give you an example. So let's say C minor. And that's me basically saying a key that I'm not as confident in, but still I'm very confident in. Like it's just not, I'm not as confident as I would be in like E minor, you know what I mean? But obviously it's a great sounding key and I could play for as long as I want with no problem in this key. Appreciate all the support, everyone. Seriously, thank you. This has been a great live stream so far. Anything in a minor key is a really good improv in. When writing music, I always tend to gravitate towards major 7 stuff. Haha. Yeah, actually not a bad idea. Are you doing that? Are you doing that in the cage system? I don't strictly follow the cage system. I shouldn't say strictly follow 3 notes per string, but I do mostly 3 notes per string, and then I have my own interpretations of my ways of getting around pentatonic stuff and major. So yeah, I don't use a lot of cage system, but just a little bit, you know? Are we back? Someone please comment and let me know we're back. It disconnected again. Yes? I'm assuming that we are back. Cool. I'm going to get back to that comment I was reading. Working out? Awesome. Thank you guys. Shout out to you guys. I can listen to you all day, bro. Your playing is so expressive, inspirational, and emotional/emotive. You better play, bro. Fire emojis. Hey, shout out to you, man. That is a great compliment. Thank you. Shout out to you, man. I'll just shred one out for you for that one. I love doing that when I play pentatonic stuff. We're back. Awesome, awesome. What's your favorite clean tone stuff to play? I would have to set up my clean tone to do that. Right now I can't. Well, I can, but it would kind of be distracting to do so. I just want to play with this tone how we are right now. But next time, you know, actually, I was considering pulling out the Kiesel nylon string for this stream. That would have been sick, but I didn't. Your improv is amazing. If I were to magically be able to improv like anyone, it would probably be you. Oh, wow, man. That's amazing. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. That's a really great compliment. Well, let's go. Got that BB King style going on there. That's where I learned that from, is BB King. I love that sound of that. Hey, we got a super chat. First super chat of the day. Shout out to you, man. Great stuff. Subscribe. Hey, man. Shout out to you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support. You've inspired me to spec out a Kiesel. I can't wait to invest in one. They're great instruments. Hey man, that makes me so happy to hear, man. I really love that. I really love that. What kind of Kiesel do you want to spec out? Do one like this, bro. No, do whatever you want, but couldn't go wrong with these specs. If you ever need the specs and you want to spec out one like mine, just let me know. I'll get you hooked up. No worries, haha. Yeah, man, bring out that Kiesel whenever you feel, of course, haha. Hey, I probably will next live stream because that would be a dedicated sort of clean tone, you know what I mean? I feel like that would be kind of convenient just to have for the dedicated clean sound. And I'll probably have some chords to play to some backing tracks. That's what I might even do. You know what I should do? I should have a loop for this live stream where I have like 5 tracks with different chords and modes where whenever someone requests me to play in a mode, I could just have the backing track pulled up. I'll create some chords, maybe get some drum loops going with that, and it'd be perfect for a live stream setup. I think I'm going to do that next time. Definitely a Delos. I love Strats. Having one is going to be great. You're going to love it, bro. You're definitely going to love it. I mean, there are such amazing instruments. Mine's my favorite. I love my Delos. That's my favorite guitar I own, and I'm going to get another one soon. I'm actually getting ready to spec it out probably in the next week or so, because the next guitar I already kind of have the specs for, but the one after that is going to be a Delos. I might even put some different woods on it this time. Actually, this one has a really unique combination of woods. This has a mahogany body and a maple top, so that's why it has binding on it. So if you've ever wondered why my guitar has binding, it's because of this cool combination that they did for me. This is the first time they actually did this combination on a retro solo. I'm talking about this sort of wood combination with this binding. They did it special for me. It was really cool that they did this. And I really appreciate them for doing this for me. Shout out to Kiesel again, man. They're the best company. But yeah, this thing is so sweet. I just can't get over how amazing this binding looks on here. It just makes this kind of telly sort of stand out more than it would have before. I mean, it would have stood out before. I mean, this McLaren yellow is absolutely incredible, but with that being said, the binding looks better in my opinion. It just really pops because it has that white binding, the white text right here. It just matches so good. White pickguard as well. Looks amazing. Your Delos is the white guitar, right? Yep, it is the white guitar. The one that has the super flame fretboard, like overly flamed. Not overly flamed, like in a bad way, like in a good way. Like the flame is just ridiculous. So someone said, what's your opinion on Kiesel, Zeus, and Leia? They're intriguing to me. You know, they're probably really great. I've never played either of them, but they're probably great. I think the Leia, if I'm not mistaken, is a smaller body or a smaller guitar. Maybe it's a smaller scale length. I'm not fully sure what it is as far as what's unique about it. Unique to it, I mean. And either way, it looks cool. I mean, it's a cool shape, and it's headless. I don't know. I think they're cool. I think they look awesome. I got me a Headless Delos, and that's my Headless. So if I ever play a Headless, I got my Delos with a skeleton fretboard waiting for me. Actually, it's got a broken string. Maybe I'll get that restringed soon. But either way, I'm gonna say that I think those guitars are awesome. Looking forward to checking out your channel. Gotta go. Have a great night. Hey, shout out to you, man, for joining the live stream. If you're new, I appreciate the support, and if you're not new, still appreciate the support either way. You'll probably like a lot of the lessons on here, and I have some more original music. We'll have some original music I'm going to be releasing later this year, so be on the lookout for that. But have a good night. Thank you. What's your opinion on 80s music? I love it. Love it a lot. Just for saying that, dude, you're amazing. Hey, shout out to you, man. Was that towards the... You're the one who said the 80s music, right? That's right. Yep. Love 80s music. It's actually my favorite era of music. Not everyone knows this, but I guess my playing sort of speaks for itself when it comes to 80s music. I just love 80s music. Ozzy, it's my favorite. I love Whitesnake. I like bands like that. Really big guitar solos. That wasn't really 80s, but well, there was some 80s kind of shred licks in there, but yeah, I love 80s, man. Awesome. What is the hardest thing you can play on guitar, or something you have always struggled with? Also, your tone is killer, man. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. What is the hardest thing I can play, or something I struggle with? I don't really know the answer to it, but I'll just play something for one of my lesson packs. I use this as a warm-up, and I think this is kind of hard to play. It's not the hardest thing by any means, but it's just hard to play to make it sound really good and authentic. So let me show you this. This is really cool. This is from one of my lesson packs. The chord progression is really sweet. Let me just see if I can do this real quick. There we go. That's the pattern. Almost. I think I could have got that cleaner. I think I got it that time. Not the hardest thing, but definitely not easy. It's not like, oh, I'm going to play this. It's super easy, man. It's hard. But yeah, that's just a cool lick that I play, and I like the chord progression quite a lot. So I basically just made it into a lesson, and I added it to my lesson pack when I first released it because I think it was really unique. I thought it was really unique at the time, and I still think it's really unique because you don't hear these kind of chord progressions very often. Very interesting stuff. Opinion on Jackson? I never really played them. I've always been a traditional kind of guitarist when it comes to gear, and I've always been a part of the tradition where I like guitars that were basically made nothing past 1960 would probably be quite accurate. Like, put it this way, if it's not invented past 1960, I usually don't play it. As far as like the guitar model, I just like the classic design. That's just my style. I've always been a Strat Telly guy, and I don't really play anything else, so I don't think Jackson makes anything for me, if that makes sense. I think everyone is quite surprised by me playing old school gear. It's just true, though. It's just the truth. I've never been a modern gear kind of person. I've always liked old school stuff. Really old school stuff. That's why I always go with these kind of guitars. See? Classic look. But Kiso puts a modern twist on this classic look, and it's great. Actually, what I really love about this guitar too is, check this out. When you play a normal style telly, you never get access up here, bro. If you ever tried bending at the 22nd fret on a standard Telecaster style guitar, it's like really annoying if you own a Telecaster. But with this Kiesel Telecaster, or the Kiesel Retro Solo, the access there's like a cutaway there that gives you this amazing access. It's like, it feels like a Strat. It gives you this amazing access, and you can even do all the stretches you want too. All those stretches are no problem now with this, because before, if you do like a stretch, it's like there's a cutaway. It doesn't really get in your way. It really doesn't get in your way at all. Single coils in that thing sound so crunchy. I love it. Yeah, they have a great sound. There is no missing part of this tone, you know? They're actually Seymour Duncan Antiquity pickups, if you're interested in what these are. Seymour Duncan Antiquities in this one, and yeah, they sound super thick. Do you post lessons or anything? I used to post a lot of lessons on this channel. I haven't recently because I've been focusing more on my album. But with that being said, there's a collection of lessons that you could watch on my channel that I'm sure you would enjoy, because a lot of other people enjoyed them. And basically, with that being said, there has a lot of tabs on these too. There has a lot of tabs. Or there is a lot of tabs, I should say, on my channel. So just watch some old videos of mine if you want, and you'll find some lessons for sure. I mean, there's a lot of lessons, to be honest. And we got another super chat today. Oh wow, let me read this. The Chris Poland stuff I am talking about, 1/4 tone stuff, 1/4 tone stuff mixed with your Billy Gibbons and natural speed. You are sick, and maybe not even on purpose, is such a killer, refreshing attitude to metal playing. Wow. I appreciate the compliment, man. Thank you for the super chat, man. Seriously, that was very nice of you. Dropping the 20 on the super chat, man. Thank you for supporting me, man. I really appreciate that. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. And he also said below his super chat, so happy to have found you. Hey, man, I really want to express gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Someone said, I for sure will. Thanks. As far as the lessons I think he's referring to. And yeah, check them out, man. I think you'll enjoy it a lot. And if you don't, no big deal. It's free. There's nothing to lose. There's tabs, slowed down video, all that stuff. But yeah, thank you to all the super chats today, and I really appreciate that a lot. Thank you. And what else was I gonna say? Thank you to everyone joining this live stream, man. Our live streams have been going so good these last few times. It's just been so good. So shout out to all you guys, man. Thank you. Seriously, thank all of. I want to say a huge thank you to all you guys. Thank you. You guys rule, for real. For real. Putting your knowledge out there for free. Got to, man. If I'm not gonna do it, I mean, or what was I gonna say? If I'm not gonna do it, someone else is gonna do it. So may as well share my knowledge. I mean, what I mean is, I do think I have like a unique sort of knowledge as far as my approach on the instrument, but there's always going to be someone else giving lessons too. So I may as well add to the community, add to guitar players improving. You know what I mean? Thank you for sharing the jams, man. Of course, of course. With that being said, let's do another jam. Unique. So he said, uniqueness is what I crave. Yeah, that's what's great about guitar players. We're all unique in our own way. I feel like I have a unique style and I have a unique approach. So why not share it with the world? I don't feel like I play like anyone else. So, I mean, obviously I'm inspired by a lot of guitar players, but I don't play exactly like someone else. You know what I mean? And that's how I've created my style, is by taking things from a lot of different places, like classical music, old school guitar players, jazz musicians, even some modern guitar players. It's all great, and then you mix that all together and you get, a unique style. It's quite cool. What do you listen to? I'm sure all of everything. Yeah, I do listen to a lot of everything. But with that being said, I listen to a lot of classical. I really like the sort of classical sound. Dang, that was kind of clean. That was actually a really cool variation. I'm not even sure what I did there. I'm gonna have to rewatch this, because that was cool. Whatever I did there. That's what happens, man. Sometimes when you develop so many different techniques, you're like unable to even realize what you just did. I'm like, dang it. At least with live streaming, this is what's really cool about live streaming. I get to connect to you, all my fans and all my friends, all these people joining my live stream, cool people, and I get to practice. And I get to watch my practice session over. And I also, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say, dang it. Either way, I get to watch over my playing. I get to connect with all you guys, which is amazing. And it's really cool. Because I'd be practicing anyway, So if I'm going to do a practice session, pulling up a live stream is always great. I get to answer all your questions too, help you guys. You need and deserve so many more views. Hey man, thank you. I'm trying. I'm going to be doing some more like not live stream videos. I'm not gonna stop the live streams. I'm just gonna start adding more to the content on my channel. You know, like the stuff I used to post, more like that, and you know, original music and stuff, and some lessons in there as well. Someone wants some neoclassical licks. You deserve at least 10 million subscribers. Oh wow, that's kind of you, man. Thank you, thank you. I'll try. I'll try. Someone wants some neoclassical licks. Let's do it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We'll get there. We'll get there. Hey, man, I love the enthusiasm, man. We will. We will. 10 million subscribers. Road to 10 million subs. Man, that'd be so amazing. We're gonna start posting YouTube videos now and starting next week on the on my channel, like normal videos, like not live videos. I'm gonna still do lives, but we're gonna post normal videos like I did before, and we're gonna start, you know, being really consistent on that channel or on this channel, and we're gonna grow this channel to. We're gonna get to 100,000 pretty soon, I believe. We're like, I think by the time this live stream's over, I think this will get to 93,000 subs. So that's pretty close. We're 7,000 away from 100,000 subscribers, which is great. And I already have 160,000 on Instagram, so it'd be nice to have another channel with, or another platform with 100,000 subs. It would just be really cool. It'd mean a lot to me, man. Just subscribe, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. 93K. Did we hit 93K? We were 100 away before I did this stream. So if I gained 100 subs from this stream, that would have been, you know, awesome. We're working on it, man. You guys are the best. And if you guys ever want to support any of my work, I do have a lesson pack that you guys can download. It's usually in the description of my YouTube videos. I'll add it to the description of this after the live stream. If you want to support me that way, it's a $20 lesson pack, and it has a lot of cool licks on there. If you guys want to support me, be much appreciated. By all means, you don't have to. Just letting you know that that is available to you if you want. There's a lot of cool exclusive tabs on there, is what I'm actually saying. Is I've never uploaded a lot of these tabs anywhere, so if you want to support me, check out my lesson pack. It's usually in the description of my YouTube videos. But if not, no big deal. But anyway, with that being said, thanks for all the support anyway. It's more than I could ever ask for. What if Ingve, sounds like an interesting question. I subscribed since I joined. Hey, shout out to you, man. Thank you. What if, yeah, and if you're new here, by all means, if you want to subscribe and you want more content from me, I would really appreciate it. If not, no big deal. But if you did subscribe, drop a sub, I would really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Shout out to all you guys. What if Ingve strictly chose a telly instead of a Strat as his main guitar in the 80s to now. I think that would have been sick. Of course, either way, Yngwie is awesome. I love Strats and Tellies. You know, that is an interesting observation you made. If he would have had a Telecaster instead of a Strat, what would his tone have been like? You know, it would have been different. I can't even imagine it, really. When I associate Yngwie with a Telecaster, it just doesn't feel right to me. I feel like the Strat is like the perfect way for him. Yeah, Strat's definitely the perfect way for him to express his, you know, style the best. After this, I'm going to watch all your vids, and I'm sure I will be buying those. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Your support means a lot to me. Where are you from? I'm from the States, bro. I'm in the U.S. Marshall, do you own a Strat? I do own a Strat. I own a lot of Strats. I'm named after a Fender Strat, even. Since you're new here, it appears, I own a lot of Strats. Watch some of my old videos. You'll see all the Strats. And my newest Strat is actually a guitar from Kiesel, and I play it all the time now. It's been the guitar I've been using on the live streams recently. I'm using it all over my album, all that stuff. So I love Strats, man. You'll be hearing it all over my new album. Show us your newest Strat. It was the guitar I was using in my last live stream. Check it out, because I already have this one sort of, you know, set up and in tune and everything. The other one's probably in tune too. Actually, I could probably grab it, but maybe I will in a little bit. It's an amazing guitar. Super beautiful. Are you in a band? I'm working on it right now. I'm working on getting in a band, and once I finish my album, that will definitely be happening. Have you messed around with other tunings besides standard, and what's your favorite? I prefer E standard, but with that being said, I had one time a guitar in C sharp standard for quite a long period of time, and I've had guitars in E flat for quite a long period of time. And I love the sound of all those tunings, but I think it's so hard to sound good in E standard and sound heavy and hard in E standard that I use it as a challenge to me to write good music in E standard that still sounds heavy, hard, and powerful. And I use that as sort of the way to, I use like that sort of motivation for me to sound heavy and hard and powerful with the E standard tuning. Because if I was in D standard, oh my gosh, everything I play just sounds so good. I don't know why it sounds so good, but it does. Whereas E standard, you gotta try just a little bit harder to sound good. I don't know why. It's just, maybe it's just me, but I just think everything, I could just play any metal licks and they just start sounding like 10 times better. It's crazy. It's just Marshall, if you could go back 15 years to when you first started playing, what mistake would you correct or would you take a different approach to learning? What would you correct or would you take a different approach to learning? I wouldn't take any different approach, to be honest. I'm really satisfied with how my guitar playing journey went. I was very good for playing for 6 months. I really wasn't bad at all. But if I would change anything, I would just learn more theory earlier. That's about it. But with that being said, I probably wouldn't have went so thoroughly into theory like I did now if I learned it so early, because if I learned it early, I wouldn't appreciate it. I got good at guitar before I even learned theory, so I had an ear for guitar, an ear for what sounded good. So I think it was just the icing on the cake to learn the theory, and then my chops were already good, and then the icing on the cake was the theory. I was able to play so many different modes and scales and arpeggios and have overall way better fretboard knowledge because of the theory. So I think I found a new, I found a newfound sort of appreciation for guitar and music once I learned theory. That's about it. That's what I would change. You know what I mean? That's a cool key. This is another key I don't play in a lot. I don't play in this key a lot, but I love the sound. It's F minor. Whoops. Dang, this guitar has the best harmonics, I swear. I love the way that harmonics sound on this guitar. It's always just super, perfect. He said, that's my answer too. Getting unique is more important than theory. Yeah, theory is one of those things that, yeah, if you play by the rules, like, legitimately, then yeah, you're going to sound very robotic. But if you break those rules with the theory knowledge and maybe a little bit of, technical skill, and you break those rules, oof, you sound so good. But it's always best to avoid sounding like really robotic like this. Best to try to incorporate a more musical sound with it, Add the pentatonic scale, Amazing picking skill. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How did you learn theory? Just through online stuff like YouTube or lessons/clinics? Or lessons/classics? That's what he said, classics. I think, oh, he said classes. All right, lessons/classes. So I think I learned theory really well when I learned how to play the major scale, right? So if we have the major scale, this is important here. I have G major. So we have G major, right? All those 7 notes, it's a 7-note scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. It's important to know that once I learned this, I kind of opened up a lot of doors fretboard knowledge-wise, because I realized that all these notes create a chord, you know? So if you have 1 is your G, 2 is A, 3 is B, 4 is C, 5 is D, 6 is E, and then 7 is F sharp, and then 1 is G again. And then I realized, oh, these scales all have chords with them, which is pretty cool. It was quite an awesome discovery. As far as playing in key, you know, if you want to be good at playing in key, then yeah, this is quite important stuff. And creating chord progressions, obviously. And, well, obviously you need chord progressions as a foundation to, if you want to jam over a track, you got to be able to understand how the chords relate to each other. So with the major scale, it was a really eye-opening thing where I was like, oh, these have chords with them. And then eventually I realized, oh, these also have arpeggios, so we have the same thing. Chords and arpeggios. The only difference between a chord and arpeggio is the notes of a chord played separately is what an arpeggio is. So this is what I figured out along with those chords. And why not? Let's just try it fast. May as well. And that really helped me with my overall theory knowledge. And then you start learning like major 7 stuff. So we got now G major 7. And once you get into 7 stuff, you open up a lot of doors. Trust me. So, with that being said, I learned theory basically by learning the G major scale, and then basically from that I learned so much that it just expanded my knowledge to the point where I could, you know, easily just understand the whole entire fretboard. Not as far as like harmonic minor goes and how that works, and melodic minor and certain scales like diminished scales, stuff like this, and arpeggios and like diminished 7th arpeggios, augmented stuff. See, it didn't cover all of that. It didn't cover all that, but it did cover much of the basics, which I think was quite important, to be honest. So, yeah, I think the G major scale really helped me learn theory quite well. And hopefully that answers your question. I think that was a good answer and a good approach for everyone else. If they want to get into theory, just, you know, start basic. Start with your G major scale or any major scale, whatever you feel like. But I recommend G major because it creates so many open chords. Like, all those chords fit inside. All those chords fit inside of the G major scale, which is good. I mean, it's good because you can strum these chords and you can, you know, figure out how to create your foundation with all of this. And that's why I teach all my students G major first. Like I teach them the G major scale in this way, and I explain it in this specific way for them to understand that this is like the building blocks for your instrument. Thanks for the insight. Super helpful. Now I just need to understand and apply it. Yeah. We'll start with just start with the G major scale, and that will really help. I think just start with the G major scale, and all that other stuff will not necessarily follow. You need sort of a little bit of direction and guidance. But with that being said, this information is all still in this scale, because if you start your G major scale on G, you have this. And if you start your G major scale on A, you get this. So that would be A Dorian. And then if you start on B, you get B Phrygian. So you get that B Phrygian sound, and then this also applies to everything else. So you start your G major on C, then you get C Lydian. Start on D, you get D Lydian. Then you start on E, you get, E minor. E Aeolian. Then you start on F sharp, then you get F sharp Locrian. Then now we're back at G, where we started, but in the next octave. See how basic that is? It's very simple if it's explained this way, but hopefully that helps. Makes sense now breaking it out. Just a chord breakdown solo. Yep, I agree, Strat. There's no rules. Yep, I agree, Strat. There's no rules. That's why it's only a theory. It's a good guide, though. Kind of like the bumpers on a bowling alley lane. That's actually a great way of describing it. I like that analogy. Do you ever get bored of playing? No, not at all. If I get bored, then I'll practice twice as hard till I am not bored. Because if you're bored of playing, that means you're not working on anything, in my opinion. If you're working on something or constantly working towards something, you can't be bored. You're just stagnant if you're not working towards something. So to avoid being stagnant, you just gotta work towards something. Maybe writing a new song, working on a new arpeggio sequence, figuring out cool ways to play harmonies that are really creative and cool and really powerful sounding. So there's always something to be done on the instrument. It's never ending, really. So when you are interviewing Rick Beato and Matteo Mancuso, I expect a shout out. Hey, I'll give you a shout out right now, man. Shout out to you, Joshua Booth. Thanks, man. Hey, no problem. I gotta play now, LOL. I subscribed, so I'll be watching your videos this weekend. Thanks, bro. Help me get a pep in my step. Cheers. Hey, shout out to you, man. Enjoy those videos. There's a lot of lessons and free content, so just watch it. And if you like it, I'm sure you'll be watching more. If not, all good. But thank you for your support anyway. I appreciate it. Marshall, can you play the first 2 minutes of the Fretboard solo? It'd sound heavenly on your telly. You know, I don't know that solo, but there's a lot of, isn't there like a lot of, no, it's, I'm thinking of a different solo. I was thinking there's like a lot of hammer-on licks on that one where he's going like, I can't remember. There's one where he's like non-stop doing hammer-ons like that in the solo, and it's cool. But no, I don't know how to play that. What's your practice routine? I don't really have a practice routine, but just whatever needs to be worked on. Mainly my practice routine is trying to sort of create things that fit nicely together, you know? And stuff like that. Things that flow nicely together, because that's how I think my playing has gotten really good, is because of the way I, you know, have the ideas flow well together, you know? That's mostly what I would practice on, but mostly it's just working on music. That's what I would practice, is songwriting. I don't really have a routine anymore. I actually really never did, but I'm good at creating routines for other people. I'm really good at that. I know what needs to be done for most people's technique, and I do create routines for them, but I don't really use them too much, because usually if I am playing something that doesn't sound good, I'll pretty much correct it right there on the spot. You probably see me do this on live streams, even if you watch them. Like, I make a mistake and I go, oh, wait, that needs to be corrected. What is your opinion on learning apps like Simply Guitar or Musician? Could they replace real life classes? I've never tried them, so I don't have an opinion. But a lot of the way lessons are nowadays are virtual. So, with that being said, I don't know the quality of those, but lessons in general are mostly virtual these days. Like, so many people learn guitar virtually through an app or some sort of teacher online. So, that being said, I really don't know. I've never tried those apps. Hey, are we back? Hey, are we back? Comment below if we're back. I lost connection. We're back? Cool, cool, cool. Sorry about that. I don't know why I keep losing connection. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you. How to sync your right... How to sync your right... How to sync your right... Oh my gosh. How to sync your right and left hand. My right is always faster than my left, making my playing not clean. You got to... So you said your left is always faster. You know, I could kind of believe that. You know what I think is really good? Is playing things half speed than full speed. So if you have an exercise like this, you could kind of probably pull it off by doing this. Play it twice half and then twice full speed. So something like this would help your hand synchronization. That's how I would do it. That's how I would do it. The half full speed method is what I call it. Oh, he said your right is always faster than your left, making my playing not clean. Yeah, still the same thing applies. You're going to just want to get control by playing things at different tempos and speeds. And that's going to probably get you in the direction of playing, you know, a little bit more in sync, I think. That Matteo Mancuso is a perfect example. Oh, of playing in sync? He uses his fingers, though, doesn't he? He doesn't use a pick. I was watching some stuff with him recently. Man, he is clean. Thoughts on Nuno? So I get this question just about every time I do a live stream, and I don't know much about Nuno. I've never listened to Extreme pretty much ever, and I think the first song I ever listened to was their new song that was recently released where he does like these cool open string guitar solo things. And with that being said, that was really cool. I don't know why I didn't go back to listen to more of their music, but I think they're good. He's a really good guitar player. I just don't know much about him. So that's my opinion on Nuno. Awesome player, just don't know much about him. And that seems to be a common theme with some of the guitar players from that era. Like someone was mentioning George Lynch. Like, I know he's good, I've just never listened to, I guess he was in Dokken, right? I've never really listened to him too much. So I need to, you know, spend more time listening to him. But I know they're all great. Hey everyone, I'm gonna play one more lick and then I'm gonna head out of this live stream. But with that being said, thank you for all your support. One more lick, then I'm gonna head out. Nice way to end the stream in E major. We've been going on for 2 hours, so I think I'm gonna head out now. So anyway, I appreciate all the super chats today, all the questions, all the support, everything. Thank you so much. This has been a great live stream, really great live stream, and I'll be back for some more live streams soon, more videos, more original music, all that stuff. So thank you. Seriously, thank you. Shout out to everyone in this live stream, and shout out to everyone who donated with super chats. So thank you so much. Shout out to you guys. Peace. Peace out. Peace out, everyone.